week's episode of Wildcat TV on Comcast 15 and ATTU verse 99. I'm Kennedy Swanson. April is a very important month, and no, not just because of prom. It is also the National Childhood Abuse Awareness Month. Here's Estina Corin with the story.
Hi, I'm Estina Corin reporting for Wildcat TV. Now, some of you may know that the month of April is dedicated to child abuse. I caught up with a detective here at the Youth Outreach Unit to get more information about the issue. I asked Detective Chrysler about his job description and responsibilities.
We investigate the different reports that are made to the police department involving anything to do with the abuse of children or sexual abuse of kids that have been reported to our police department. Well, of course, first when we get a case, we need to make sure that the information is correct. We get a hold of the parents. Usually it's, if it's involving a crime involving sex crime, we direct them to the Child Protection Center.
I also asked Detective Chrysler why April in particular is dedicated to child abuse and what we as citizens can do to bring awareness and support to the issue.
April is CAPA, which is an organization that counters the abuse of children, and they're based in Independence. They've set, in Missouri also has set April as Child Abuse Awareness Month. On a particular day, it was April 19th, I think. We're wearing blue, and everyone involved just to support. Of course, they can always donate to CAPA, or they can, I know the state provides license plates that you can get the child protection or child abuse license plates, and that strictly goes to the fund that the Missouri has set up, and it's also tax deductible. But just support that. Don't keep a close eye when things happen. Report it. The child abuse hotline, you can report it anonymously. You don't have to give your name. And it also has a way to report the abuse. If it's not strictly abuse, but if it's like care, you're concerned with the child being fed properly or housing or something of that nature, you can also make a report on that.
So make sure to get involved with the issue and be aware of child abuse, and wear blue to support the cause. I'm Estina Corin, reporting for Wildcat TV.
Thank you for informing us on that very important topic. It's definitely something that we need to be more aware of. With the Easter season coming to an end, we were curious to find out if anyone had interesting traditions that their family had to celebrate the Easter holiday. Here's Elijah Lee with the story.
Hi, I'm Elijah Lee, and I had a chance to catch up with some Wildcats and see what their Easter traditions were.
On Easter, my brother and I go to my grandma's house. We make gingerbread houses, cook a lot of food, and watch movies.
My Easter traditions are I go to my grandma's house every year, and we have breakfast, and then we go to church.
Every Easter, my dad and I dye a whole bunch of Easter eggs, and then we invite the whole family over, and we let all the little nieces and nephews decorate the Easter eggs.
Go to church and go to Easter egg hunts afterwards.
Every year for Easter, me and my family always go and see a movie. This year we went and saw G.I. Joe because my mom's in love with The Rock.
My whole entire family gets together, and then we have a big dinner and have an Easter egg hunt.
Our Easter tradition at our house is that my wife gets my daughter and son an Easter basket, which is embarrassing because my daughter, as you know, is a junior. My son is in the middle school, and they still get Easter baskets full of candy and eggs and treats. I think it's embarrassing. They're too old. The Easter bunny left years ago. And then we get fat.
We go to church, and when we get home, I dye eggs with my little sister, and I set them out there and have her and my nieces and nephews go search them.
For Easter, we go to church and then go out to eat with the family and hide eggs for the little ones.
For Easter, I had family over, took the kids on a walk, and came back and had an Easter egg hunt for them.
This is Elijah Lee reporting for Wildcat TV.
How fun. The Easter Bunny definitely left me some yummy treats. Coming up, we'll have the first look at the new yearbook commercial that you won't want to miss. And after a word from our sponsors, we'll be back.
Yearbooks? Like I'm gonna buy one of those.
Whoa! You think you too good for the yearbook, fool? How you gonna remember all the good old days, man? I'm here to put a stop to that. You think you don't need a book? Then you have to get took to school, man. Whoa! Let's go!
As the advisor to Wildcat TV, I'm also in charge of promoting school events. Yearbook sales have been in decline over the past few years. About 3 months ago, Ms. Sturman approached me about finding a way to increase sales this year. Now, I like to think outside the box. That's why I hired Jason.
I ain't getting a yearbook this year. I got one last year.
Dang, son, you just got smashed. And that was the only first quarter, baby. Every year you don't buy a book, you get double the hits, and I play all 4 quarter, babies. Whoa! Do I jack a few fools who think yearbooks aren't important? Yeah, I do. Is it for their own good? Yeah. But sometimes it ain't about this. Sometimes it's about intimidation. Using this is mind games.
Jason is more than just a yearbook linebacker. He's always polite and courteous to staff, and we love him.
You need to buy one for yourself, Kobe, and stop borrowing from your friends all the time.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Miss Klein.
I wish I had 10 Jasons around here. Hiring him as the first ever yearbook linebacker might have been controversial, but boy is it effective.
Okay, and number 1, where does the comma go?
I'm coming!
Raven?
After the word test.
Exactly.
What were you thinking, Coach Marble? Teachers need to buy your book too. This is your last chance to buy your book. This Wednesday through Friday. At room 119, it's only $70. You best be getting one before I find you again. Whoa!
Welcome back. Seniors, don't forget that if you were invited to the Accent on Academics banquet, you are entitled to wear a gold honors cord at graduation. Cords may be purchased in the 300s office for $10. Last week, Youth Corps held the annual blood drive, which many of you participated in and helped save lives. Let's go to Laura LeMasters and find out more on this event.
Hi, I'm Laura LeMasters here at the Spring Blood Drive where teachers and students donated blood. I interviewed a few students about their experience. Wednesday's blood drive had a good turnout that included not only returning donors, but several first-timers as well. Senior Carson Letchworth donated for the first time.
My parents have always done it. My brother did it when he was in high school. I've always wanted to do it. I just haven't been able to with football. So.
Fortunately, his first donation was better than he expected.
It went really well. I was expecting, to be lightheaded and all that stuff. Nothing happened like that. I was fine.
When I asked him if he would be donating again, he said,
"Yes, definitely."
All of the donors I visited with had a good experience and would recommend it to others.
It was awesome. I encourage everybody to do it.
If you missed the chance to donate this time, you can always schedule to donate blood at the Community Blood Center, conveniently located on South 40 Highway across from Blue Springs Bowl. Thanks to everyone who donated blood. I'm Laura Masters, signing off for Wildcat TV.
What an impact you can make on someone's life. Thanks to everyone who participated. Another annual event that is quickly approaching is prom. Tickets will go on sale starting today and continue until Friday, April 12th during Wildcat Hour in the Commons. You may also purchase tickets after school in the administration office. Tickets will be $45 for those who have attendance that is 95% or higher, and $55 if your attendance is below 95%. Also, guest forms and attendance appeals are available in the administration office. This week, student-directed 1X will be Thursday, April 11th and Friday, April 12th at 7 p.m. in the Drama Den. Tickets are $3. Now we'll go to Michelle Yamas for more announcements.
Hi, I'm Michelle Yamas with this week's announcements. The Cancer Battler Cup will be having a fundraiser at Pizza Shop on Wednesday, April 10th from 5 to 10 p.m. Don't forget to see Mr. Russer in room 122 to buy a shirt and be eligible for a $50 Best Buy gift card. Summer School A+ tutoring signups have started and will continue until May 3rd or until all spots are filled. Summer School tutoring dates are from June 5th through June 27th. For any further questions, stop by the A+ office. Attention seniors involved in Drama Club. Scholarship packets are available in Lowman's room. Application deadline is April 15th. Anyone interested in being in Student Senate during the 2013-2014 school year needs to get an application outside Ms. Van Camp's room. Applications are due April 12th and elections will be held the week of April 15th. Don't forget, if you're taking an AP exam, balances must be fully paid by May 3rd. If you have any questions, see Ms. Simmons. That wraps it up for this week's announcement portion of Wildcat TV. Back to you, Kennedy.
Thanks, Michelle, and thank you all for watching this edition of Wildcat TV on Comcast 15 and ATT Uverse 99. Have a great week, and remember, it's a great day to be a Wildcat.